Hi guys, welcome to another video. I've got a couple of days off work, so I'm hoping to do several videos actually, because I've had quite a lot of new decks arrive. So there should be a lot of videos. I might even do them all today, who knows. I'll start off by saying someone's going to come in the house at some point, so the dogs will go nuts. You will probably hear them. My editing skills aren't good enough for me to edit it out, so. The lighting, believe it or not, is lit by one lamp, purely because it's December and it's already dark and grey. But I've already held a card up and I think you can see them just fine, so we should be okay. Sorry if I sound a little bit more demure today. Got remnants of a headache, migraine going on, but we must push through, and I must show you my decks. I have 5 to show you. Yes, 5. So I'll do individual videos for them all because I like that. But I'm gonna start. I'm just gonna stop chatting. I realise that that's all I do. Hang on, guys. Let's see if I can just get a little bit more light on the situation here. Ooh. Okay, so that's better. So I came across this deck a long time ago, and I was particularly interested in it because it's a digital deck. Which are my favourites, and I've seen it pop up on eBay a couple of times, and I was like, no, I don't want it, and I think the reason I didn't want it is because there was another deck, not similar in name, but I'll explain when I tell you what the deck is, although to be fair, you'll know what the deck is because it will say it in the description, but I was like, no, that's the deck, you know, this one's nothing. But that's not the case. I couldn't be further from the case, or the truth. I was in the city centre and I walked past my local, I say my local, it's an hour away, but my local New Age shop, and it was in the window. It was £24, and I saw it and I wanted it, and I thought, no, leave it, it's coming up to Christmas. Merry Christmas, everyone. And I thought, no, leave it, it's coming up to Christmas, it's too expensive. And then I went back a couple of days later and it was still there, and I thought, okay. So I will show you what I brought. Tarot de Paris by Mr. J. Philip Thomas. I do believe it's a Mr. J, actually. It's a Mr. J. Philip Thomas. Big study box. It's from, this is published by Connections Book Publishing. I've looked on their website, just out of interest. They do an awful lot of sex stuff as well. This is hilarious. You've got your tarot decks, your oracle decks, and sex stuff. Why not, you know? I'm not a prude, despite, you know, what you might see in some of my videos. But it was just odd. I just found it really odd. But big sturdy box. Wow, I say sturdy. I'm keeping the box. So anyway, in there you get a nice hardback book. Yes, it's going to be hard both ways. And I will just show you. Let's give you a page. So this is Energy, also known. I'll start by saying that some of the suits, the names have been changed, but it works. You don't even really need for me to tell you what this card is. Actually, it's Energy. I'll show you in the actual video because you might not be able to see this. So this is what you're getting. You get some information and then some information. And then like a few books that I've come across, the author puts aces together and then a section of the twos that way. So instead of like following the suit through, you've got all the twos together, threes together. Doesn't bother me. It's his deck. That's how we made it. Didn't you make a wonderful deck? And that's for me why I love it. He started, or he said I didn't want to actually read from the book, but there you go. The Tarot de Paris began rather unexpectedly on a windy March morning in 1981. So, 1981 is when he had the idea, started it. And then it had, and it does say it in the book, a 21-year gestation period. Life got in the way, money got in the way. I say got in the way. He lived, you know, he was out living. So not got in the way, but you know what I mean. So that's what he was doing. So it finally came out. There's more information in the book. Sorry, front door's just gone, so I assume we'll hear barking any moment now. But yeah, there's spreads in the book as well. This one. That's good. Anyway, and at the back of the book you've got locations of where all the pictures were taken, because pictures were taken all around the city, and then when the deck was made, I believe they were fused together. Well, they must have been. Some of them were so odd otherwise. You don't just walk into Paris and see that. But anyway, I'm rambling. Expect lots of rambles. This came with the deck. Ta-da! I didn't even know that. I didn't even know what came with the deck. I just saw it and wanted it. I don't know if you... Ooh, look at that! Sorry, I don't know why I just went all stupid on you. So yeah, it says Tarot de Paris in the bottom. And this is 100% silk, made in China. Yeah, hope it wasn't the children. Oh, it is soft, but there we are. So I was very happy actually to open it up and realise that was in it. I had no idea. It does say on the box that it comes with it, but I didn't actually read the box. Anyway, I'm going to show you. I'm in love. You've heard it all before. I've always, you know, got the one deck, and now you're hearing the electric chair go up the stairs, so I'm sorry. But yeah, so, you know, there's always like, oh, this is the one. This is the one. I'm definitely going to do a video where I show you more and tell you more. No, I blog mostly. I write things out when I'm doing things like that, like over on my website at the moment. That's cassandraandtarot.com. You can also find me at .co.uk. I bought both domains. And my blog, which is on the homepage, if you scroll down, that shows a lot of workings with the cards. I'm currently working with the Tarot Roots of Asia. I don't know why I did that smug look. It's because it's a beautiful deck. Anyway, enough waffling. Here is the back of the cards. That's from... Shame, I don't even know. It is a window in Paris. Is it a cathedral window? Someone will tell me. I could look in the book, but I'm not going to. I happen to have a new friend. She's also got this deck, and she told me that it's slightly larger than the Druid Craft. So if you've got the Druid Craft, it's bigger. It is mammoth. By mammoth in comparison. Squizzies. So this is the Isis Oracle, Tarot de Paris. So it's taller, but thinner. So if you're okay with these sorts, you should be okay with this. It is fun. It's hilarious to try and shuffle though. But yeah, it's fine. I love it. So like I was saying, you've got some of the suits that have been changed. All of the suits have been changed. So we've got Spirit of Fire. Now I actually really like this card because it's got the Statue of Liberty on it, which it was a gift from the Parisians to America, if my history is correct. I read stuff and assume it is. So I will go through some of the cards. I'm not going to show you all the cards because they're mammoth and I want you to have some fun looking at it yourself. Ace of Air, which is on the front of the box and the book, right in front of the Eiffel Tower. And yes, I thought about it for a second. Okay, well, I'm not going to show you all of them. Ace of Fire, I love. You've got the Parisian flag right there. Slush. Lush. Four of Water, which is Four of Cups, is fabulous because you've got the imagery for the Rider-Waite that we're, you know, not everyone, but most of us are used to. But there's so much more going on. Ooh, 2 black screens, that means we're going on some. Oh, 10 minutes, it's not bad. 7 of water, fabulous. 7 of cups. Some of them just change the whole meanings of how I've been looking at them with this, and that's what I really like at the moment, because obviously you're all aware that I just collect decks. I'm like, decks, but I've started to realise now that the more I'm, like, the ones that I'm collecting now, I'm more interested in ones that, you know, where I get to know the artist, there's a story with the artist, but that doesn't say that I'm against, you know, well, not like none of them are mass produced in the sense that, you know, there's an artist there, there's an author there, somebody sat down to do them. Although, you know, I keep going back to the Catcher Tarot and wonder who the hell thought that was a good idea. But anything like that, you know, and anything that shows something a little different than what I'm used to. No, I haven't pulled out my Toth deck, and I'm not going to pull out my Toth deck. I am going to get a Toth copy instead. So that Aleister Crowley deck can go in the bin. Oh, no, I couldn't even. I'm only joking. Calm down. So this is Ace of Matter. Now, I love this card because it reminds me of the Da Vinci Code. That's where Mary Magdalene was buried. I know it's a film. 5 of water. So if you're like me, and you like your photograph decks, your collage decks, digital, you know, this is fantastic. The source, I mean, if you're an intuitive reader, go for it. But seriously, read the book on the source. It is fabulous, the information you get. The Recluse. Try not to have too much of a glare. Shouldn't really be too much of a glare. These cards aren't really plastic. We do have a tiny little bit of copyright right at the bottom. It's on the back though, so it's not too bad, and it's not as intrusive as the Dr. Jonathan D one, where it's both, you know, just in case you decide to nick the top part at the bottom. I don't know. Anyway, presents. I'm wondering by some of the names here, because like I said, you know, you just heard me talking about the Toff deck and how I want a copy. I have a deck. I swear I have a deck, or maybe it's this deck. I don't know, but I think I've recently come across one where it's quite Toth based. The Atavis Tarot, because she's a Toth reader. Still loving that deck, by the way. Sorry. 6 of water. But this has got an owl in it. It's so cool. Cool. Oh, I just did that. Anyway. Alright, let's just I'll just try and find some more. 7 are there, which is 7 of Swords. Stunning. You get a feeling from them, you know, with the, not only with the images, the colouring. I mean, 8 of Matter, we got Pentacles. I mean, I'll be honest with you, you can't overly see some of this, like at the top part here. To you, it probably just looks like a blob, so that's alright. It'll be a mystery from when you get your own deck. And I did think, I'm not gonna lie, I did think, oh gosh, having statues in a deck, you know, even if you remember my video of my one where I just literally took photos of statues. It works. I don't know why I was surprised. I suppose because I was burned by my own, but I think it works so well. This is fabulous. This is 2 of Fire. But there's just, this one is fantastic. It just gives me such a different view on how I would normally view 4 of Pentacles, you know. And that's what it's all about now. The moon. I could talk for hours about this deck, but I won't, because obviously these kind of videos are good, aren't they, if you like having a quick cigarette at the back door, or you're having a quick coffee break, you know, or if you're trying to get to sleep in bed and you just go on YouTube. That's what I do. I love watching these just before I doze off. I've got my favourites, and then I stumble across people that I've never heard of. Like one woman's video I watched the other day, oh, I can't remember what her handle was, but I absolutely loved her. She was showing you how she cared for her deck, and it was the the lady that did the Mythic Tarot, her beginner's one. She was showing you how she cared for it with her crystals on top. And I loved her. Her accent was nice, although 3 people had not liked the video, which is a shame, but I thought she was a darling. So, and all that time when I was talking, I could have been showing you more cards. Oh, another black screen. I'm working here. Anyway, so, there's the Tower. And I'll finish on the Star, but there is so many that you could get your teeth into in this deck. This deck, I mean, obviously I've had quite a few decks come into my life. I've also got 2, I've got 2 on their way from eBay, and I also have one coming from my friend for Christmas, and my husband has also brought me a deck, at least a deck. I gave him a whole list of them and said just pick 1, 2, whatever you feel comfortable getting me. So I have got loads coming in, which is not a bad thing, because I'm also hoping to do a video, sorry, I'm trying to keep it quick. I'm hopefully going to do a video of all the decks that I'm trying to get rid of, and would be considering, would be interested to see if anyone would want to trade with me. And that's all down to another, my new friend from Wales. I wasn't trying to do a Wales accent, Andrea, sorry. But yeah, trade, oh my god, who knew? Ideally, I would like to keep the trades in the UK, and that is purely because none of the decks that I've got are special. They're not out of print, they're nothing like that. You can just pick them up anywhere. But, you know, if I'm sending them overseas, you could probably get them cheaper than what I'd have to pay on postage, and vice versa if you're sending me something. So I would like to keep it strictly in the UK, but only for that reason. However, if you see a deck and you want it, just send me a message. You know, I'm a bleeding heart, I'll probably do it anyway. But after Christmas, it will be after. The video might go up before Christmas or during Christmas, because I am off over the Christmas period. But it will be middle of January or before I start sending anything, purely because of the post system trying to catch up. So, whoo, considering I started with a bit of a funny head and I was very demure, I've gone straight into being a twit again. Anyway, Tarot de Paris, get it. Oh, obviously, if you're not a fan of this kind of artwork, don't get it, because, you know, you've got to look at it. But all I can say is that I am excited to work with this deck. You've heard it all before from me. I'll sit down with this one, But like I said, working with the Tarot Roots of Asia at the moment. But I think me and my Parisian gentleman will have some fun together. So I want to thank you for watching, and keep an eye out, because there's going to be more videos today. Take care, guys.